Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you this accessory. This is the Moman Matrix 600S. And what is that for? Well, this is a wireless video transmitter and receiver. We'll have a look at it. So I'm going to tell you a bit more about it, how you use it, and what it is for. So let's start. So what is that for? Well, basically, when you record video, if you work on your own, maybe you flip your screen and look at yourself and that's it. But sometimes you don't work this way. You have more people involved and they need to know what's being recorded. So one way is to have a cable that goes out of here and goes to a monitor or to whatever. But this system is wireless. So it means you get a transmitter and a receiver. And with this, you will connect your receiver to a monitor, an external screen, whatever. So who will use that? Well, maybe the director of the video is deciding, so he's sitting away from the camera, checking the screen and giving you or whoever is on the camera instruction on what to do, or just checking everything is fine. Or you have someone who is in charge of follow focus. It means you have a system that you can actually focus the lens in the distance, but obviously the person who does that needs to have a screen to control what's going on. So you could transmit the signal this way, or maybe your client who is sitting and watching what you're doing and maybe would like to have a look at what is being recorded right now, so you give him a screen so he can check on the screen what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to explain this. This is a short video because it's not really complicated to use and it's really useful. So let's carry on. This is a receiver. This is really similar to the transmitter. Okay, here you have a screen and on both, and this is probably the only negative point I've seen. The screen is completely unreadable. Outdoor, impossible. In the car, very hard to read. I don't know why it is so dark. It's really impossible to read. But the good news is you don't actually need to read this screen. Okay, why? Because you don't really need to set anything here, because when you switch this on, well, it will play automatically, easily. So if you needed to change frequency because you have several people with the same gear, maybe, but otherwise not a problem. But it's annoying to have a screen and to be impossible to read it. Okay, here you have the switch. Here you have a 2/4 screw, one here and one here, so you can put it on the hot shoe like I've got on this camera, or on a cage or whatever, on a rig, whatever you're using. Okay, and here you have a USB-C connector, because you can actually give energy to it with a USB-C, or to use an NPF standard battery. I use the NPF. You just put it here and that's it. Okay, here it is in there. And here you have two other connectors, one HDMI. In this case, on the receiver you would connect it to a monitor, and you have also an SDI depending on what kind of connection you're using. And on this one you have the HDMI and the SDI also, and in this case the HDMI connected to the camera. Okay, so it's really easy to use. You just switch it on and I would say it's ready. So let's carry on showing you a bit more. The name Matrix 600S, the name is 600 because the range is 600 feet, which is around 200 meters. Okay, so I think they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's see. Here to my Olympus OM1 is connected the transmitter, and here to the receiver I've connected this screen, this Portkey PT52. I will review it soon. I don't know if you can see, but what I see here on my video, on my camera, is showing on the screen. Okay, so really easy. This is a small screen, okay, but you could perfectly connect to a massive monitor, like in your house or your television, whatever. As long as you have HDMI connector or SDI connector, you can connect. So really easy. Or maybe it's not a screen to a monitor to control what you're doing, but you just want to show people, because maybe you're doing a conference and I'm speaking like this, I'm getting recorded. I want to have a big screen so the full audience can have a look at it. Well, simply I connect the receiver to this monitor or this video system, and I broadcast it on the larger screens. So really easy. In case you would not like, or do not want, or do not have a small monitor like this, or a larger monitor, whatever, you could connect directly the transmitter to a tablet or a smartphone. So this way, using the app by Moman, you can actually check what's going on on your tablet or smartphone. So it is so easy to use. So actually there is no complication, no much more explanation than think how wireless video transmission could help you to work or to show things, and you will guess and will know how you could use it and if it's for you or not. So really easy. So some technical details before the conclusion. Well, when you look at the delay, the latency is only 8 milliseconds, which is really fine. I think you can do follow focus without any problem. Actually, you don't actually see a lip sync problem, so I think that's fine, okay? As I said, you can connect to camera, to monitor, to television, whatever you need to control, to monitor what you're recording. What I really like is that the antenna are inside, you don't actually see them, because very often you see that kind of system with two or three or sometimes more antennas, and this is a problem. This is encapsulated, or how you call it, included in there, so it doesn't bother. There is no fan. There is a kind of heat sink, so it doesn't overheat, and this way, if you're recording sound, you will not have a fan noise. So this is really also positive. Energy is really low power, 3.5 watts. That's really fine. Doesn't the battery will last a lot of time. That doesn't consume a lot. Okay. The fact that you have dual connection, USB-C and also battery, is fine, because maybe you're at home recording and you don't need a battery. You could actually plug an USB-C connector right in there and give energy to this. So this is good that you have this dual option, and also that the fact that you have HDMI and also SDI. Okay. One thing I didn't like, well, the screen. You can't really see anything. It's true you don't actually need it, but you cannot see much. So I don't think this is good. It's annoying to not see properly on any kind of screen. Okay. Well, what you get in the box is really little. You get transmitter and receiver, just one USB-C cable. You don't get any other cable like HDMI. I thought they could have put HDMI cable, but it's true that many videographers have already HDMI cable anyway. But well, it's really little. But what I'm really surprised is the manual. The manual is ridiculously small, and it lacks important details, important information. When I wanted to connect to my Wi-Fi, it doesn't say anywhere what is the Wi-Fi key, the password. I guessed it is from 1 to 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could guess that, but if you want to connect the app to the transmitter, you need to have the password for it, and it's not written anywhere. I had to email it to them and ask them what the password was. I didn't write it, I don't tell it here because maybe it's different from one device to another, but I was really surprised. And also on the app, it lets you check QR code, and here there is no QR code on the device, not in the box, not on the documentation, anywhere. So this is really annoying, because you're ready to start and you want to connect straight from the tablet or the telephone, and you cannot do it because you lack some information. So please add it to the box and add it to the documentation. Okay. If we look at what the video signal is like, well, you can transmit maximum 1080p, which is Full HD, at 60p. Okay. Is it a problem? Well, for me it's not, because it's just a monitor to check what I'm doing. Maybe if you wanted to use that to transmit on a big screen and have your audience watching TV or large monitor with 4K, you cannot do it. It's limited to 1080p, okay? For me, that's okay. I mean, when you look at the cost of this, it's not really cheap, but it's not really massively expensive either, okay? So I think it's logical they limit that to 1080p, okay? It's not a problem for me. And second, when you actually use the app, you can actually record your signal. Obviously, you can record at maximum 1080p 60 frames per second, okay? But still, I think this is a good feature in case you wanted to use your smartphone or your tablet to record something you're doing, okay? So I think that's good. Or as a main system, or for whatever reason, okay? That's okay. So, honestly, can I recommend this product? Well, it depends on you. Honestly, for what I see and what I tested, it works fine. It's easy, it works straight away. and as long as you have the passwords, okay. But when you go with a transmitter and a receiver, you don't need any password. It connects easily straight away, okay. So in this case you would not need any Wi-Fi and password or any device password, okay. So I think, yeah, it's completely recommendable, but you are more the person who can judge if you need it or if it's good for you. But I think the use of this kind of device is important. You have to monitor or to transmit to a tablet and record there, or do some broadcasting if you want also. So fantastic. I think for the size of this is really fine. So yes, I recommend this product. So if you're interested, I'll leave you links in the description of where you can buy it. So thank you Moman for sending me the product. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept and Sandmark, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. And you can also do it under any of my videos. There's a small heart with a $sign and you can make a donation there. Obviously, no obligation whatsoever. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.